depending on where you are, and welcome to uh, this Tuesday. And we're talking about the three things every entrepreneur needs to know. I'd like to start off with telling you a little bit about how I became an entrepreneur. And it started when I was about 5 or 6 years old. And I was 6 years old, and um, I am the product of a single mom. She's 17 years older than me, and she was a waitress. And so, if I wanted to have lunch money, I had to find a way to get the money, and I shined shoes. And so I was a 6-year-old shoe shine boy that was able to eat lunch with the other kids because I earned the money to do that. That I'm not telling you that to feel sorry for me, because really, I think that was the beginning of me becoming an entrepreneur. And like many of you as entrepreneurs, you had a foundation. You found there was something within you that made you have the successes that you've had being an entrepreneur. But one of the things that most entrepreneurs have is they have a mindset, a and not necessarily just a positive mindset, but more of a rational mindset where they have their head on straight, and they know what it is that they want, and they're thinking about the right things the right way, and they think through the processes to get there. So the first one is obviously the way that we think. The second thing that most of us as entrepreneurs have is we know who we are. We have this thing that's called a being. We are a being, and our being is made up of our values and our beliefs. And if we don't have our values right and we don't have our beliefs right, um, it's going to cause challenges. And I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about this right now. I am going to be doing a webinar on this in the near future. But and I'll go into I'll dissect each one of these. But the being and which is our values and our belief systems. And one of the reasons why that oftentimes as an entrepreneur, we're not always successful in everything that we do. And the reason why we're not, it's because we're not aligned in these the three areas that we're going to talk about today. But the being is one of the most important things, because if you don't have your head right and you don't have your being, your values and your belief systems right, you're going to make wrong decisions. And so the third one is massive action. This week I got a text, and it was for an opportunity, and the it was sent to me. It looked like a really good deal, and so I had to take massive action. I had to get in my truck, drive over there to the property, take a look at it, look at the surroundings, look at everything that had to do with that piece of property. And and in full disclosure, I made the decision not to do the deal, not because I don't think it's a good deal. It's just that you can't say everything, can't say yes to everything that comes along. And so but had I made the decision to do that deal, I would have taken massive action, would have went ahead and started in the process of doing that, sending the contract over to my attorney, let him take a look at it. And then if it were everything looked good, I would have gone through with the deal. Just as an example. We do that in every single part of what we do. Now, the idea, and again, so I'm just going to kind of go over these briefly one more time. It's the way we think. This is not grammatically correct, but it is who we be, who it is that we are, and our being, and then of course taking massive action. I want to close today with this by saying, as some of you know that know me, I lost my mother just a few months ago. And, one of the last conversations that I had with my mother while she was on her deathbed was, and it gave me such peace when she looked up at me and said, "Ronnie, I am very proud of you for your accomplishments and the things that you have done." And that means a whole lot to me because, it's nice to know that someone that loves you and somebody that you love actually recognize, and that's something that I can treasure forever. And so with that, I hope you have a great day and talk to you soon.